Well, so, when you get close to finishing a project, don't finish it. Jump into two more. So here we're at this old Ford, and honestly, I don't even remember what year this one is, but it's kind of mainly, almost kind of sort of all there. So I had to move the 70 pickup because it was in the way, but that's kind of sweet right there. And it's got a motor thing in it. It does motor things maybe, or used to. I'll probably get in here and clean her up and free it up. This would be a fun one just to see if I can make it run. Yeah, I need to. Did I see? Oh, I think there's one of the springs for the hood. It's broke. That ain't no big deal. And oh man, what's funny? This is the truck that I was staying in on the bidding, and it got a little too rich for my blood. I did not win this truck. So, what happened? Did the door open on this one? So when the guy got to loading them out, I think what he said was things were just a mess. He could not get to my truck. So he threw this one on there. And, dealt with the guy that actually got this truck. And I think he was one of those that I don't know. I don't want to say anything. But, so anyway, he threw it on there and sent it. You know what they say? When in doubt, just send it out. So here's this one. Gonna be a fun little thing. I'm probably gonna run this down to the front down there where I put up my Christmas tree. You can't see it, but it's over there. It's actually that looks like a light tower, and it's got a 30-foot or 20. Is it 20 or 30? I think it's 20. Maybe 30-foot mast on top of the light tower. So when I get to that, maybe this weekend, I'll put up my 60-foot Christmas tree. So you can't, my feet are barely touching the ground. So if for the youngsters amongst y'all, your old vehicles, you always had a key on this side. Because back in the day, automobiles were still kind of a new thing. You always, you parked with traffic. You pulled up to the curb, like this is the curb right in here. And you see in old movies, they always would enter from this side because it makes sense. Because especially back then, you probably still had wagons, horse-drawn wagons, and I'm not going to say women drivers or something like that, but people, were thinking nobody in their right mind is going to walk around into traffic to get in their vehicle. So, and no bigger than it was. Look at this. So everybody always got in on this side. That's why you almost always, if there's going to be a key, you'll find it here, a lock. Now, when you got into your deluxe models, so this is the Chevy. We're doing history. So here's your original, same thing, original lock right there. Now this one has been upgraded. You could, if you were brave enough, you could get out in traffic. And now this may be an add-on, you know what I mean? I don't even know if that matches that handle. No. So somebody added this handle. So this was the original configuration. So that's something to look for if you're looking at old trucks. So the green one over there, the 49, that one has I have doors that have the original locks on each side. That makes that like, ooh, that's a Cadillac of trucks, you know. So, but this is where we're at. So I'll play around with that one, see if I can get it running. But nonetheless, I'm gonna see what I can do for tires and stuff. I ordered wheels and tires for that thing. They never showed up, so I canceled that. Now I got to start over. But I just want to be able to roll these around. So this is the Chevy, heavy Chevy. And this one was a complete truck, but it was kind of a storm to get all the stuff off of the bed. So, and I was out of time, just the way it worked. So I just asked the gentleman to do this, to make her, I don't know, I guess I could be crazy and make that a front wheel drive. You've seen people do crazy stuff. No, but I just want the cab. The motor on this one, again, it probably needs some tape right here, but I want to see if she'll do anything. I'm sure it's locked up tighter than a drum. Yeah. I don't know if I think the fan's slipping, but I like this. It's kind of lots of stuff here. There's your your blow-by tube, because you were gonna have blow-by. What do you think they were engineering these engines? Look at that old starter dog. That's cool. So this is what I'll be doing. Just wanted to let y'all have a gander. So that front end is pretty unique. But all right, I think my neighbor's coming to check me out. So y'all have fun.